Hi and welcome to part two. My name's Chris Tubby. I'm just going to provide you with some chart analysis. Please just remember that these are all based on futures contracts, not CFDs. Trends are trends though, so all it means is you may have to just include perhaps a little price adjustment, but overall, the trend is going to be as they're shown, regardless of the product that you're trading. Okay, so let's look at some particular products though. So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms. So as usual, I start with the Dow. I'm only providing dailies these days because these tend to hold in longer. The 30-minute ones can change, well, same day, let alone in a couple of days. So when I'm looking at this one, I've got resistance on the Dow daily at 38,195 and support at 37,881. As you can see, another sort of pretty strong performance, very solid performance from stocks last week. Excuse me. Moving on to the S&P daily, I've got resistance at 49.44 and I've got support at 48.97. On the Nasdaq, they just finished the week a little bit lower down off the highs, but they still managed to find a new all-time high there before that happened. And I've got resistance at 17,865 and support at 17,036. As you can see, they've still got uptrends going on there, and yeah, I mean, it's US election year. US really strong economic position at the moment, certainly in comparison to its peers. Pound against the dollar, I'm seeing some resistance around about 127.62, support at 126.66, and then much lower down at 124.99. Again, there's potential for some big moves with the unemployment data coming out from the US this week. Moving on to the euro against the dollar, I've got resistance at 109.40. I've got support at 108.33, and that's sort of where both those lines cross as well for the support level there. And below that, I've got support at 106.80. Well, interesting week for Bitcoin. It started to have a sell-off and then it made a bit of a recovery. Now, the interesting thing is here that when you look at what it did this week, it basically filled that gap, and I highlighted this gap last week. And the gap was from 40,740 down to 39,295. Broke through and just filled the gap. So, what more can I say? It was expected to a degree. And now, of course, it's moving back up again. So there I've got resistance at 41,647. And I've got support at 38,735. Now, I've also added on the Fibonacci's because I think, that they are in play a little bit there. They certainly were early in the week while I was watching it and obviously doing a little bit of trading on it. But just thought I'd mention that. Now, the blue fib, the 382, is a little bit covered, and that's 40,480. The rest of them you can see the levels in the right hand axis. Okay, so let's have a look at gold. More of a consolidating week for gold. It has been a bit wild. You can just see that from the previous week's candles on there. But yeah, a bit more consolidation. So I've got resistance at 2054, and at the moment I've got support at 2025. And finally, WTI. So it broke out of that range where it had been holding sort of 70-ish, a little bit more, up to 75. The last couple of days of last week, it broke out of that range, moving higher, getting above 76, and actually closing over $78. And of course, that was sort of related to further attacks in the Red Sea and the prospect that China's economy is improving slightly now, or at least bottoming out. So that could again increase demand. And yeah, so then below, well, so let's do the resistances first. 88 as a resistance, 78.24 as a resistance, 74.86 as support, and then lower down that 70.46 as support. So that's just a little bit of analysis for you. I do offer to do charts on a daily basis, as well as obviously my daily newsletter. It is a subscription service. You tell me which charts you want, and I provide 3 different charts for you showing support and resistance on one, horizontal support and resistance on another. So you've got trends on one, support resistance on the second, and the final one is market sentiment. If you're interested in them, then again, just contact me. Details of my email address are at the bottom of all these slides. I will be launching my new website soon with a new name, but just for the moment, we're just going to keep with these. So feel free to reach out with any questions you've got, and that's the end of the analysis. So, just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter. That includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. This helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1-week intensive course. That's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi-masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, and any asset class, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, if you're already involved in, you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. You know, the regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but, you know, even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, you know, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. You know, I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and you know, I'll be doing these on a weekly basis, so I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime, you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week. Best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.